Senate is about Nigeria and Nigerians.
Our judiciary, like our legislature, needs more and more resources.
Senate confirms 11 new Supreme Court justices and makes case for improved funding for the judiciary.
To avoid compounding the problems of abandoned projects, given that some of the projects were not provided for in the 2024 budget.
And Senate amends 2023 Appropriation Bill, extends fiscal year to 31st March 2024. Compliments of the season and welcome to another episode of Inside the Senate, a program that brings you activities of lawmakers from the Red Chamber of the National Assembly. My name is Aisha Muhammad Ahmed, your regular anchor on the program. Last week during plenary, the Senate confirmed the nomination of 11 appeal court justices for appointment as justices of the Supreme Court. It also took steps to amend the 2023 Appropriation Act to extend the implementation from 31st December 2023 to 31st March 2024. These is among other activities and deliberations that took place during plenary from Tuesday 19th to Thursday 21st December 2023. Details of these deliberations and more coming your way shortly. Don't go away.
Promote the unity, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria.
The Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria Act, Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2023.
And this act should be supported by all.
There are issues that we must use this opportunity to critically address.
We accord this motion the urgency and the necessity it requires.
I raise the second motion.
The ayes have it.
Thanks for staying tuned. The Senate on Wednesday, 20th December 2023, received a letter from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu requesting the approval and confirmation of 11 appeal court justices nominated for appointment as justices of the Supreme Court. The letter was referred to the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters for immediate action to report back on the next legislative day. The nominees include Justice Jummai Hannatu Sankey, Justice Chidebere Nwoma Uwa, Justice Chioma Egondo Nwosu Iheme, Justice Haruna Simons Amani, Justice Moore Asaimo Odumain, Justice Obande Festus Ogunya, Justice Stephen Jonah Ada. Others are Justice Habib Olawole Abiru, Justice Jamilu Yamama Tukur, Justice Abubakar Sadiq Umar, and Justice Muhammad Baba Idris. On Thursday, 21st December 2023, therefore, Chairman of the committee, Senator Muhammad Tahir Monguno, laid the report of this committee before the Senate, after which he gave a summary of the report.
The committee, after the screening exercise, deliberated on the nominees' suitability for appointments as justices of the Supreme Court of Nigeria and hereby make the following findings. That the appointment of the nominees satisfy the requirements of the provisions of Section 231, subsection 2 and subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. That there is no criminal record or adverse report found against the nominees, as record checks and other forms of investigation by relevant security agencies did not reveal any negative trace against them. That there is no petition against the appointments of the nominees. That the nominees possess the requisite leadership qualities required of judicial officers to exercise restraint and uphold the dignity of the court and the litigants in the discharge of their official functions.
Some senators commended the committee for a job well done and lauded President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the caliber of justices nominated.
Me to commend the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters for a job well done. The screening of the nominees was referred to them just yesterday, but they had to work round the clock to make sure they conclude the screening in this record time. You are really, you've done well, and we commend you for doing a job well done. Mr. President, not only that, they've been able to do a proper job screening, went deeply to find out whether they have the required pedigree to perform their functions as Supreme Court justices. And in line with what they've done, their findings have shown nothing negative in respect of these nominees.
And let me appreciate Mr. President for this presentation at these timely hours. The crop of the justices that have been presented here are, I will say, part of the best in Nigeria. For legal practitioners, if you read their judgments, you know what I'm talking about. But of particular note, Mr. President, let me thank the Senate. I know they will approve. For the first time, we have a Supreme Court justice from Plateau State. Justice Sankey is from Plateau. This is the first time that we are celebrating a Supreme Court justice too in Nigeria.
For me, it's only one question. Is there any of these justices who, in the opinion of any of us, is not a fit and proper person to be elevated to the Supreme Court of the land? The committee report says all of them are competent, and they have given their reason. I endorse in total, and I urge my colleagues to support and endorse the report of the committee without any amendment.
Other lawmakers also called on the federal government to improve funding to the judiciary in order to make it function optimally.
Mine is particularly to call the attention of the legislature, the National Assembly particularly, and the executive arm of government, that our judiciary, like our legislature, needs more and more resources. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, those of us who have interacted with our judiciary at this federal level, we know how hard it is for them to do their work and decide their mandates. The time has come, Mr. President, for both the legislature and the executive arms to give the judiciary a worthwhile financial attention.
For so long, so much lip service has been paid to the problems and challenges of the judiciary. Happily, in this 10th Senate, in the course of the retreat and other activities, under your leadership, you have made some proclamations which are very heartwarming. That is to say, committing the Senate and the National Assembly, of which you are chairman, to a broad and comprehensive justice sector reform. And even at the committee level, under the able chairmanship of my dear brother and colleague M.T. Mongono, very experienced parliamentarian, and also Attorney General, my colleague as Attorney General. He is also working very hard, and the whole committee behind him, to work with the Attorney General and all other stakeholders, the bar, with your active support to move for a broad justice sector reform.
Following the reactions from the senators, the Senate reverted to the Committee of the Whole to approve the nomination of the 11 justices as justices of the Supreme Court, after which their appointments were confirmed by the Senate. Senate President Godswill Akpabio also lent his voice to the exercise.
Let me congratulate all the nominees hereby confirmed by the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as justices of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, and pray that God will give them the wisdom, the enablement, the strength of character, and the will to carry out justice in our dear country. And I must also commend Mr. President for the appointment across states, irrespective of political leanings. So I know when my brother, Senator Dixon, was speaking, he made mention of the fact that Bayelsa is represented in this list to represent the South region of Nigeria. So for this, we are very grateful to Mr. President.
Let's now take a break to open the Senate notebook. Please stay tuned.
Bill referral is the forwarding of a draft bill to a committee under which purview each subject matter falls. This is so that the committee can carry out more legislative action on it. Irrespective of who or where the bill originates from, such actions are taken after the second reading of the bill. The committee is given a period within which to work on the bill and report its findings to the Senate for further consideration.
Welcome back. In the week under review, the Senate, among other things, amended the 2023 Appropriation Act to extend its implementation to 31st March 2024. For a report on these and other matters considered during plenary of last week, let's take our next report compiled and presented from our studio.
31st day of March 2024.
On Thursday, the 21st of December 2023, the Senate considered two executive bills for second reading. The bills presented by the Senate leader, Senator Bamidele Okpeyemi Michael, were titled A Bill for an Act to amend the 2023 Appropriation Act in order to extend the implementation year from 31st of December 2023 to 31st of March 2024 and for related matters, and a bill for an act to amend the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Act in order to extend the implementation year from 31st of December 2023 to 31st of March 2024 and for related matters 2023. Due to the similar nature of the bills, both bills were consolidated, after which the Senate leader presented the general principles in the lead debate.
As you are aware, prior appropriation acts in the recent past were passed mid-year, and as such, implementation was usually extended to the following year. However, these extensions were usually covered in the Appropriation Act by a clause along the following line. In line with the provisions of Section 318 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, this act runs for a period of 12 months, starting from the date it comes into effect. On the contrary, the 2023 Appropriation Act clause states that in line with the provisions of Section 318 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, this act runs for a period of 12 months, starting from the first day of January to 31st day of December 2023.
According to the Senate leader, the 2023 Appropriation Supplementary Budget recently passed by the National Assembly, as well as the recent 2023 capital releases to MDAs, are likely to be utilized before the 31st of December 2023 and will lapse if the capital implementation is not extended beyond the 31st day of December 2023.
In view of the critical importance of some key projects nearing completion, it is expedient to grant extension of the expiration clause to avoid compounding the problems of abandoned projects, given that some of the projects were not provided for in the 2024 budget. Hence, the need to extend the implementation year from 31st December 2023 to 31st March 2024 of both acts.
Following this argument, the Senate reverted to the Committee of Supply and considered the clauses of the bills, after which the bills were amended, read the third time, and passed.
Third reading taken and passed.
Other bills were presented for first reading during plenary of last week. They include Federal Medical Centers Act Amendment Bill 2023, sponsored by Senator Piggy Barinada; Agricultural Research Council Act Amendment Bill 2023, sponsored by Senator Izunaso Osita Bonaventure; Federal Medical Centers Act Amendment Bill 2023, sponsored by Senator Ndubeze Patrick Chiwuba. Earlier on Wednesday, the 20th of December 2023, Senate President Godswill Akpabio declared vacant the seats of Senators Dave Umahi and Ibrahim Gaida of Ebonyi South and Yobe East senatorial districts, respectively. This is sequel to their appointments as ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This declaration is in accordance with Section 68, subsection 1D of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, following the assumption of office as ministers of the government of the Federation by the previous occupants of those two seats.
Same day, former governor of Plateau State and Senator-elect Simon Lalong was sworn in as senator representing Plateau South Senatorial District.
That I will preserve,
and that I will preserve,
protect,
and
defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The former Minister of Labour and Employment was declared senator-elect after the sack of former Senator Napoleon Binkap Bali by the appeal court. Senator Lalong had earlier on Tuesday, the 19th of December 2023, tendered his resignation as minister to President Tinubu. Senate President Godswill Akpabio welcomed the newly sworn-in senator to the Red Chamber.
I want to wish him a very peaceful stay in the 10th Senate. I want to wish him happy deliberations, very fruitful and productive legislative activities in the 10th Senate.
Other items on the order paper were stepped down until the next legislative day, and plenary was adjourned to Friday, the 29th of December 2023. Away from the National Assembly complex, the Joint Senate Committee on Lands, Housing and Urban Development and House Committee on Housing and Habitat paid an oversight visit to the Federal Housing Authority in Abuja. The joint committee was led by the chairman, Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwal and Honorable Aminu Kurifi. In his remark, Senator Tambuwal stated the purpose of the visit as being to know how the legislature can help in addressing challenges faced by the FHA.
Housing sector is a very, very important sector in our national lives. One, every being is desirous of a decent accommodation. And this subsector is one that can regenerate our economy, that can quickly re-empower our people. With these days of very, very serious economic hardship and conditions, we believe that focus on proper investment into housing subsector will ameliorate the living conditions that our people are living under these days.
Senator Tambuwal further pledged the support of the legislature in helping the FHA and its partners achieve their mandates.
Therefore, very ready and amenable to working with you, members of our team, and all of you in the housing subsector for us to unleash economic growth on our people and provide decent accommodation, affordable accommodation to the people of Nigeria. So as a National Assembly, as you can see, we are working as one. We have embarked on this oversight visit jointly. I believe that you cannot have it better.
While appreciating the National Assembly for the consistent support enjoyed by the FHA, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the FHA, Benga Barihu Ashafa, highlighted landmark achievement by the authority.
Concluding budget cycle, the authority has continued to work towards ensuring the effective implementation of its mandates across Nigeria. Our estate in Juba was completed and commissioned while work is ongoing across various sites within and outside the FCT, in line with our commitment to digitizing our records and title registry. We have done extensive work on electronic documentation management system, EDMS, to facilitate an efficient administration of records and titles in the authority. It is also imperative to note that staff welfare was prioritized to guarantee a motivated and operationally resilient workforce.
The managing director also cited examples of challenges faced by the FHA while soliciting for more support from the legislature.
Yes, we have houses also, but where are they? They are neither in Lagos, nor in Abuja, nor in Port Harcourt. We have in Obada Oko. This estate was commissioned. You remember one of those estates that were built outside, where people could easily access. But now it's in the middle of town. This was built in 2005. But when you get there, there are so many nice bungalows and terrace houses. Even you have some of them that are single. Some the Obada Oko is in Ogun State, in Abeokuta. Illegal occupiers just went inside there and they took the authority to court immediately. Few of them that we were able to, appeal to came in, they paid, we regularized. Majority, let me say about 65% of the occupiers of that place now, they are in court, and we are in court trying to vacate the order of perpetual injunction that was placed on us. Unfortunately for us, some of those houses have been paid for by genuine, buyers that could not access there. So that is one of the things that we go through along the line when it comes to house.
You're still watching Inside the Senate, your window to the activities of the Red Chamber at the National Assembly and its members. Next on our program is the profile segment. Sit back as we introduce to you our Senator of the Week.
Senator Garba Maidoki is a member of the 10th Senate representing Kebbi South Senatorial District. Senator Maidoki was born on the 2nd day of June 1967 in Kebbi State. He had his primary and secondary school's education in same Kebbi State and after proceeded to the University of Nsukka where he obtained a bachelor's degree in political science. Senator Garba Maidoki started his career in politics as a youth leader in his local government area. He was later appointed as a special assistant to the governor of his state. He served in that capacity for several years before being elected as a member, House of Representatives from 2011 to 2019. As a member in the Green Chamber, he served as Chairman House Committee on Education from 2015 to 2019, Member House Committee on Appropriation 2011 to 2015, Member House Committee on Foreign Affairs from 2011 to 2015, and Member House Committee on National Security and Intelligence from 2011 to 2015. Senator Garba Maidoki currently serves as Chairman Senate Committee on Legislative Compliance in the 10th Senate. He is known for his dedication to public service and his commitment to improving the lives of Nigerians.
It is on that note we draw the curtains on this episode of Inside the Senate. Until I come your way again, stay safe and enjoy the compliments of the season.